the next build, and hopefully this wind don't mess us up on the sound, because we got a hurricane on the way, and of course we had all that rain and all that flooding, so we really don't need a hurricane. But you know, Mother Nature is what it is, so you can't do anything about it. But this is a 1979 Chevrolet van. This thing, you might have seen in the background in some of the videos. I actually bought this at the same auction that I bought quite a bit of other stuff, some engines and the wheels for the last rat rod, the front end for the last rat rod. But bought this van, gave $125 for it. Sold the engine to Alex for $125, which was exactly what I gave for the van. And I actually bought the van with intentions to sell him the engine, because I knew he needed the engine for his 1940 GMC rat rod that a lot of you may have seen on the second build. It's the panel rat rod. He was needing an engine. I happened to be at the auction. This was an original 305 truck. Somebody had put an older model 6-cylinder in. Just took a chance on it, 125. I hauled it back from Burlington, probably 70 miles, 60 miles away. We started up, ran perfect, ran great. I mean, it runs like or ran like a sewing machine. But we pulled the engine out, and Alex is putting it in his rat rod now. Actually sold the transmission to a guy, and it worked out great. He's happy with it. You know, the fluid was clean, it moved. I didn't drive it down the road to see how it shifted, but I, you know, sold it with a guarantee that it was good, without a warranty for 2 or 3 years, but I mean with a guarantee anyway. But we're going to do something a little different on this van. We're going to do an LS swap, and we're talking about a 1-day LS swap. So we're going to put a 5.3 in this, fuel injected, put the computer in. We're going to do all the wiring, which is, you know, a pretty big job to start with. But we're also going to take, I'm going to try to show you this. We're going to cut this van right here down to this body line, and we're going to make it into a pickup truck. And we're going to do all the sheet metal work. We're going to put a back glass in, and I'm not talking about just throwing something in there, you know, we're going to do it right, make it nice. And we're not going to be able to do any body work, but we will do all the sheet metal work, all the welding. We'll grind it, and we'll at least throw some primer on it the day of the build. But we're going to make this into sort of an Econoline van. And one of the good things about it, the back doors here, if we cut it where we want to cut it, which is right through here, we can leave, since the hinges are below, we can leave these double doors and they'll be able to open. And we'll actually cap the top of them doors off, weld it off, and do all the sheet metal work. We'll end up running you know, a rail across the top, just like a pickup truck, and that'll actually help strengthen it up. We'll do away with the sliding door on the other side. I wanted to put a little gate, you know, the door where you could fold down like the old Corvair van's done. But the way that this van is with the unibody, you know, I need to tie it all back together and make it strong. So we're not going to do that. But I've got Sanford Hydraulics. Bill Cole has donated a set of side pipes for this, and they're actually the old aluminum thrush side pipes like you've seen on Corvettes and on vans. So they're really going to look good on there. We may try to find some ground effects, or not necessarily ground effects, but the wheel spoilers, because we're going to put some really wide tires on and rims on this thing. And the van actually looks bad because it's sit under trees, but as you can see, the rockers are there. You know, it's not really rusty. It's just all the paint that had flaked off. It rusted quite a bit. But it's a solid van. The entire inside is really nice. We'll see if I can get up there and show you the actual dash and everything. You know, there's no rust in here on the floors anywhere. We'll end up changing the seats out. You know, it's got the old steel door panels, which I kind of like, you know, even though it's a 79. And I think I'll climb up there. Give me just a second here. Okay, besides sitting where it had been sitting for, you know, many years, this van's actually in really good shape. The dash is really nice on it. I've got the cover for the engine. Just needs some cleaning up in here. And it's a straight old van when it comes to, I think it had air conditioning, but that was about it. You know, still got the original old radio. And I don't think the mileage is real bad on the van. I know they changed the engine out, but the drive shaft had the original U-joints in it. And you can tell that by the plastic they melted them in with from the factory. so they'd never been changed. But you can see we got the engine bay cleared out, nothing in it. But and this is just the cargo style. It does have a window on the other side that we'll do away with, and we'll have to go in here and add a piece in to bring it down the same angle as what this side is, but that's not a problem. And the inside's pretty good. I mean, it's not beat up. We saved all the parts, the grill, the radiator, everything to put back in it, all the bolts. Something definitely different. I think it'll make a really nice one. Okay, we're gonna have to put a hood on this thing. As you can see, the rust just went right through the hood, and we may find another one to cut this front section of the fender out. But you know, all this other stuff's solid. It's kind of funny because we was joking about these are rust rings, and if you count the rings, you can see how long it's been sitting in the woods, but as a joke. But it's solid as can be, and it's kind of weird how, you know, the paint's going up here and it stayed on the rockers. But we'll sand it, throw some primer on it or something, or you know, just anything to make it look a little bit better. But I think it'll make a good one. And with an LS swap, you know, I'm going to try to show everybody as much as I can of how you do this and how you wire it. And don't get me wrong, I don't know myself, but James that works at Rick Hendrick, he can wire one of these up pretty quick. He's done a lot of them. But you know, as I learn and as he does it, I'll try to show everybody and teach everybody how it's done. And the hood, we've already located a hood for it, and I think I'm going to take, I've got a Ford Falcon 62 hood that you may have seen in a previous video, that is actually the skin has come loose from the hood. It rusted around it, but it's got a nice little hood scoop with a little chrome piece in the front. I think I'll take the new hood and go ahead and graft the scoop into it, and maybe we'll find a visor for the top, and just we'll do quite a bit of, you know, just custom work on it. And I know this is not necessarily the same thing as you know, the last one, you know, as a rat rod, but I mean, you know, rat rod to me is just building from the parts you have, and this is what I have. I've got a title, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it in one day, and then we're going to give it away, and we're going to see if we can even raise more money for Bacchus. So another good thing about this, I don't have to get a lot of parts lined up. We've got the van, you know, we've got an engine and transmission. We've actually, Buck's going to bring the whole truck over, that way we can get the computer and all the wiring of whatever we need out. And we'll need the gas tank, of course, and for the fuel pump. But I won't have to spend a whole lot of time building parts or making parts or anything like that for this. Most of the stuff we'll have, so that'll free me up to get to work on some of the other trucks, to get back to work on the four-wheel drive wrecker, and which I've been wanting to do here pretty bad lately. And we'll show you more as we go. I appreciate everybody watching. Bye.